Hi, my name's Lost Ninja. You're watching Lost Ninja Plays Eskatologist Modpack version 3.4.1. This is episode 48. I have just returned from crashing my game. I made a single player world and looked at various spawning. Actually, I didn't look at various spawning mechanisms. I looked at the one from Actual Editions, realised how freaking awesome it is, and said, right, I'm going to use that. Tried to save and quit, and the game crashed. So, now we find that it hasn't stuck. It has stuck! Wow! Cool. So I need to make one of those. I have a feeling I don't have any diamond thingies. We'll have a look. I haven't got any. Oh, right, cool. Fair enough. There's a diamond block. Oh, I can make it, can't I? Thinking about it. We should have a recipe for it. Powered diamantine cross. Oh, I've got one. I didn't need one after all. Empowered diamantine block. Right, so I'm just going to put down that and that and that. And I'm going to need one of those in a minute. But we can get rid of that and that and that. Right, so let's just make one of those. I think we've got all the bits for it now. I haven't got enough magma creams. What's the recipe for magma cream? I need to make 2 more then. Okay. Tom-to-tom. Well, I don't use magma creams very often at the best of times. I think you use them for fire resistance potions. But as I haven't got a use for any fire resistant potions, that's not really a major issue to me. Let's take that out of there. Put it in there. Put one of those in there with a skeleton. With a skeleton. Hello, with a skeleton. Attack me in my own base, will you? I see. Ha 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 ha! You thought to beat me? Not gonna happen, mate. Right. Okay. Good. But basically, now all I need is a standard spawner. What I had prepared earlier outside my house. Oh, there's a spider out there. Let's get there. Two sleeps per block of wool, basically, from that. Above my head now. Oh. Right. Put that way. Right, what we got? I think we've got some cave spider ones, haven't we? They'll do fine. Cave spiders, something I have no real use for. So that's an empty one of those. I need to get the other one out of the bank, because now that I think about it, the only works on one thing. I think actually what I'm going to do initially is I'm going to put them into my spawner in the void dimension, void world, whatever. Pardon me, capped. Because it's all set up and ready to go, sort of thing. Go inside. And I'll work on that as and when I work on it, which will be like in a minute. Ah, shit, that's not good. I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. Oh, you bastard! Not only did I die, but my bag that carries all my stuff died. Spreading everything all over the ground. Wonderful. The sort of the opposite of the last time that happened, where it was the complete reverse to that. In fact, I can go and get most of that back now. Just go straight there. I'm not certain. There's a reason for it, but there's for some reason all of my... I don't know how much I've lost, to be honest. I'll find out. Well, clearly I've lost the bag itself. I've got my bow back, which is good. Pickaxe will be in there. The thing is, I haven't got any... it didn't die, it just didn't... I know what's wrong with it. It won't place on those. There we go. Right, so we'll place it on there. Right, I don't know how much we've lost. We will find out very shortly, because when I've done all this... if we've lost anything, it's not very much. I should remember to do it every time I do it, but I always forget, so yeah. So we'll leave that in that part of my inventory now. Right. So that's got a monster spawner in it. That has also got a monster spawner in it. Oh, I did actually capture that Enderman, even though it did teleport me into the void. And that's got a wither skeleton in it. Right, so we'll put the Enderman back where he belongs. Tell you what we'll do. I don't know if this will work, but I see no reason why it wouldn't. Right, you go back down there, mate, where you belong. Oh, what? We haven't lost the cow anyway. I'm not having much luck here, am I? Really? Oh, I'm not worried about that at all. Got that. I think I might. I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm going to... Well, basically I lose all the spawns, don't I? So it's not like I'm gaining anything from it. What I'm going to do is... I've only just noticed that. I wonder why I've got it like that. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh. Right. I don't want to be in there after all. Right. So let's move that out of the way. I don't need that at the moment. That is empty. I will need that in a minute. What we could try. Cool. Okay. Needless to say, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. Right. What I was actually trying to do is get to the point where I had the thing that I'd broken there in my hand. Monster spawner, monster spawner. Right, so jump straight up, place monster spawner. Okay. And then if we right click on that with the skeleton spawner, which is what I wanted. Now I need to go and get my other wither skeleton out. but not before I turn mobs spawning back on. Oh, you don't retain them. That must have been because I was in creative mode. Bugger. That is more annoying than I thought it would be. And bloody expensive as well. So basically, for each mob I spawn, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick him back up. Otherwise, no my luck, he'll despawn while I'm not here. Yeah, so every mob. Oh my god, that is expensive. Every time you change a mob spawner, you need a diamantine, an empowered diamantine block, which is diamantine block. It's not really instant anyway. We need. Well, when I tested it in the overworld, sorry, in my single player world, yeah, I need one more. Blaze rod. I was in creative mode, so obviously when I placed it into the spawner, it didn't stick, sort of thing. Still waiting on that. A bit worrying. Oh, I shouldn't do it, but I'll have to. Basically, all the blocks that can't go into there will have to be filtered into these. Sorry, all the blocks that will go into there will have to be filtered so they don't go into these. It's a pain, really. Right, where is that one? I'll get that one. I've got my wand, that's alright then. Not going to fall into the dim and distant reaches of space quite yet. That's something I had forgotten. I hadn't realised I hadn't placed it, to be honest. Monster spawner, that's the one I want. Right, so... Oh shit, I've got it in the wrong place. I don't believe that. Right. I've managed to place it on the blaze one instead. So I think what I'm going to do is this. With a skeleton. No, with a skeleton. One of those, and a blaze, one of those. Yeah, you could say that. In fact, many people have, but I can't be bothered to care about it too much. So what I will do is I'll put whatever should be in that one there. Wasn't that at all, was it? It was a an Enderman spawner. Those are rare as fuck. Pardon my French. So I will... do not want to fall onto those. They do a lot of damage. Okay, so we've got... Oh no, we've got with a skeleton there. And we've got an Enderman there. So I didn't... And a blaze there. And that's right as well. Oh right, I didn't make a pig zero out of it after all. Right, so I won't do that after all. That's fine. No, it's not, because you've got to press done. I always do, well I don't always do that, I often do that. Right, let's just, before we do any more, let's just grab that sheep. I don't take full damage then. Okay, the other thing I want to do, before I turn anything back on, I want to put the... Oh. This might work. Let's try it, shall we? Oh, I took a block of air. God. I don't know what I can do with that. Oh wow. I have absolutely no idea. Nothing by the looks of it. Right, let's put that in my bag because I don't need that any longer. We have run out of wheat, I think. Which, oh no. Favourite food is wheat, so why did it say it was run out of food? Right, so we put that one away, we can put that one away, we can put that one away. We'll keep that lot out for now. We will go and place that door down again. Because I do actually want that door down there. We'll go and find another one of those blocks from somewhere. There will be nice. There we go. In fact, we'll go and find for another one. Probably a good idea to go downstairs and make sure I've got like a spare stack of them or something. I'll do. Right, so we do have some spare stuff in here, but I forget what we put in to be spare. Ooh, we've got 3 with the skeleton skulls. We've got 2 drops of evil, which will be useful. Oh, that was the gravity potions we've got spare. Right, we'll take those upstairs because we're going to go into combat with them, and we're not ready. We haven't put the fans in yet, so I need more blaze rods, as a matter of urgency, I suppose. You've been producing far more particles than they used to. Really a bit strange. Right, let us go and find out how many of those we got. We'll do while we're doing that. We'll so we've got 3 blaze rods. We've got a couple more of those. We've got not to be sniffed at. I haven't had any... Oh, it's got some bones as well. I was going to say we haven't had any bones, but we have. Drops of evil will be useful in the not too distant future. And I want to get a stack of slabs as well. Right, 25 levels, excellent. Pardon me. Stack of slabs I'll just leave in the... Just leave it in the chest, so make repairs with. Right, let's put some stuff in back into my bags. Temporarily, at any rate. Right, so what I want to do... Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. Best thing to do anyway, I'd have to see... Did we add it to the crafting thing? Yes, we did. I'm going to make one for the roof, one for each side. That's 5 in it. Start. I don't know how many feathers we've got. We've got 54 there, apparently. And we've got looting on that, so we will go and kill some chickens. What the hell's doing damage to me? What the hell? I was squished too much. What the flip? How do I get squished too much in a 1x1? I mean, it was not like I had my head... Hey, gods, that's ridiculous. Oh, I don't know. What am I going to do? I need to get in there to get it, but if I go in there, all those chickens will escape. Ugh! Well, we know what went over the edge. I've lost a lasso over the edge. Do I have a spare capturing one? I really need to make sure that I've got at least 2 chickens. Oh, I've got a load of eggs, haven't I? I've got 1,024 eggs. I don't need to worry about it. Let's just find something to kill chickens with. Old school style. Oh well. Holy crap! That is insane! They do so much damage just from squishing you against the wall. Well, I say. They won't be doing that again, that's for certain. I lost all that XP though, that's not good. I have no idea. I didn't have that last time I tried to kill them, so I don't know what caused it, to be honest. I'm not going to plant more chickens in there yet. I will do eventually, probably, but for now we will just leave that whole mess alone. How many feathers? We've got a fair few feathers. Right. So the first thing we need to do is put all the feathers into our system, like so. We're going to keep those. We're going to get some levers out as well, so we'll need a lever per one of those. We're also going to get some stone slabs out. Apparently we haven't got any of those. About that. Well, no, if you've got stone, yeah, so do that. 60 is the closest. Ah, I see. I thought it was 63. Oh well. I wish you could put that in there. Ring and magnetizing. I wish you could, but you can't. I know, 'cause NEI told me so. Sorry. It's a song I was taught as a child by my mother. Something along the lines of, "Moly, moly in your holy, why are you so shy? Wish you'd come and play with me, oh moly, won't you try? I wish you could, but you won't. I wish you could, but you won't. I know, 'cause my teacher said so." And then there's other verses, like there's one about a spider, which is basically, "Spider, spider, play with me, spider, won't you try, blah blah blah. Pedo bear, play with me," or whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. And yeah, it was taught to me a long time ago. What was I doing? I have no idea, recollection or anything of what I was doing. I know what I was doing. Right. Don't. At mom. Put my bottle down. Bottle of water today. I've been very healthy. Right, that's height modifier, width modifier, and distance modifier. Maximum 10. So I want 10 of those. I'm not going to use it on the others at all. I need 40 feathers for that. That is just extreme. And then I think I need width upgrades, max of 3. So I'm going to put in 4, if I can. 12. Alright, let's do 8 then. Width. Where's the width? 8. Start. Okay, so the idea is that those go around the edges. That goes in the middle. So I've only got one in the middle. The one in the middle wants one of those. Just thought about it. Yeah, the one in the middle wants one of those and one of those. And each one needs a lever, which isn't too hard. Okay, so let's go back to our... See if we can die again in this episode, shall we? Just dying. Raisins. Well, it's actually stuff you make fruitcake with, so it's got candied peel in it as well. These don't actually need to go into the middle of it now. I think that's the middle. Looks like the middle. It is the middle. Okay. Well, the ones around the edges aren't as important. Now, they should be shoved down at that point. But they're not being. or not as much as I would thought they would be. Right, if we look there, that's, yeah, so the next one would be there. I don't know. I don't remember it. That didn't work at all. Where's that one got? The other one. This is really annoying me. Apparently I can't have that facing the way I want it to face. Why? Nobody knows. I don't want to go down there, thank you very much for the offer. I want to go in that hole. That's the way I want it facing. It does seem to work a bit, but it's not working as well as I would like. Certainly not as well as the amount of effort to get here would indicate it should do. I don't know why they aren't filling the other ones up. Oh, they are filling the other ones up, that's right. Molly, won't you try? And now I've got that stuck in my head. Not good. Not good at all. Right. So, let's think what else we want to do. We've got a whole load of wither skeleton skulls, so we can set up a wither. But, I don't want to be... think what I don't want to be. Remove. Off. I don't want to spawn the wither in the overworld, or basically any way you can do any damage. I'm not impressed with those. They've always worked better than that in the past, so I think it's probably either a change to this particular version of the game, or something else has changed. So how? Oh, I can make. Oh, you realise what that means? What that specifically means? It means I can make some supremium armor. Hey! Actually, no, it doesn't. That's 4 withers, but I'd need another 12. No, yeah, another 12 skulls. Get in there, yeah. Well, there is also. Can we do IC2? I think actually just looking up quantum armor would probably be better. Quantum armor. So this is the final type of armor which has quantum core. I'm going to look at those at some point. Quantum suit boots require rubber boots, which means I need to make rubber. So it requires rubber boots, it requires iridium reinforced plate, which requires advanced alloy, which is a machine. It requires iridium ore, which is iridium shards, which I've got. I might have some iridium ore as well, but okay. What's the advanced alloy? It requires a machine and plate, right? Nanosuit boots, which requires carbon plate, which requires a machine, plus an energy crystal, which requires a machine. A Lapotron crystal. But that's about the only thing there that looks fairly fairly cheap. Yeah, so that's just for the boots. Electric jetpack. I suppose I could just make the jetpack on its own, but and while that sounds like a good idea, and it is a good idea in some respects, the problem is, of course, that I would need the stuff around it to work with it as well. So I would need an electric jetpack, but I'd need a way to charge it, and I'd need pardon me, stuff like that. So I could use it with an electric jetpack. Now, can I use it with all armour, or is it just some armours? Oh no, it looks like it could be all armour. Ooh. I can... Oh, I was going to say, it's a jetpack plus a jetpack. That's clever. What's that one? Oh, more backpack. Ooh, what was that one? Oh, yeah. What's that? That's quite expensive. I think I'm going to go into industrial craft, but I'm going to do Supremium stuff first. I need to go and get more skills though, so we'll go and get more skills. What are we in? 37 minutes in. I'm afraid it's not very much fun to watch this, is it really? In fact, it's pretty damn boring, I would think. But needs must and all that. Well, in my spawner, when I get around to actually building it, the structure of it, I think largely I'm going to build off camera, just makes things a bit faster. Most of the mobs will spawn in their own rooms and be transported using vector plates into the actual death chamber. Some of the mobs, particularly Blazes and Enderman, will appear directly into the Blazes, because they're absolutely sods to make go whether you want them, because you've got to make them land, and I've got no way of doing that at the moment. To be honest, at the moment I'm waiting for more wither skeletons to spawn. I need 12 more. I've got 3. Ugh. So there's something else I want. I want a slime spawner as well. I'm going to do it from mob spawners, mostly. I think basically all the rooms that spawn mobs are going to have, well, apart from blazes possibly. No, blazes too. Just makes sense just to stand there and let things spawn around you. But instead of killing them with just a passive way of doing it, I'm going to use those mob mashers. Sharpness, looting, fire aspect. I won't bother that one. Just make wither and jump all over the place. Smite and arthropod. Oh, and there's a beheader as well. So let's go back upstairs and stuff. What I really need to do is remove the blaze and the enderman spawners, and then there'd be less mobs in it, and I'd have more thingies spawning, in theory. So what I could do, in fact, actually, that's what I'm going to do. Let's go back to our base. We should have, roughly speaking, we've got plenty of power generation and we've got plenty of power storage. So we should have enough space to put in, what space? Enough resources, I suppose, would be the best way of putting it. To place in RF tools, RFT, and recipes. Right, we want to make ourselves some of those. Yeah, we are going to make ourselves a force field. If we can find out where the damn blocks are. Right, so shield projector, there we go. 256 blocks. I think it's 8 by 8 by 4, so that would be 64 per 60. So yes, that should be alright. How many? What? Just out of interest, what do we need for that one? Tier 1 plus. We'll do a recipe for it, but I don't think we'll make one yet. We also want to make a recipe for the red one, which is blue to red, that one. So we can have two different sorts of blocks things. I mean, alright, you can craft them automatically, but sometimes you might want to craft a load at once, sort of thing. We are not going to use an advanced power cell because they are crap. No, they're not crap. They're good in a way, but I don't like them. Probably the best way of putting it. A machine infuser. We could do with one of those. Well, if we have a machine infuser, we can reduce the amount of power that takes to run. Reduce power consumption and increase damage, which is what we want. Basically. Just trying to think if there's anything else we need in it, and I don't think there is. So if we go, put those in there, we want to make, at RF, we want to make ourselves one of those. Start. Tier 1. We want to make ourselves one of those. Start. Tier 1. We want to make ourselves... Well, no, we want an export bus. Somewhere I'll do this. We want it. Not going to do an import bus, but we do want... we do want a crafting upgrade. Crafting table upgrade and that redstone. Oh, one of those, please. Thank you very much. There we go. What we're going to do is basically I've got redstone. Because we're not going to make very many of those. One of those and one of those. Yeah, that's another one that the recipe's not correct on. Crafting upgrade. Better take some cable as well. Now, question. Have we got a recipe for shards? Yes, we have. I will get one of those as well. So, initially... Oh, it needs power as well. That then would be the best place for it, I think. Machine infuser. We can sit it there. That wasn't quite what I had in mind. Okay. No, I was expecting it to place, like that. Okay, so we want... oh, we need a connector as well, won't we? Okay. Oh, we'll have to get the spider out, I think, as well. Get up there, then. Export bus. Crafting upgrade. That. So it should now craft to keep that full. I want a couple of speed upgrades, and... yeah, just speed upgrades will do. And we'll have 3 speed upgrades. Start. It'll take them a while to do it. And then all we do is just shove that in there. All we do is then shove that in there. And that will infuse to reduce power consumption, increase damage. But what I'm going to do is the area where all the mobs spawn at the moment, I'm going to fill it up with shield blocks. And they're still going to fall down the middle. That's not an issue. But they're going to take damage before they fall down the middle. And hopefully, particularly the blazes, will drop more blaze rods. It's not a sort of, I have to have it. But it will make things a bit easier, I think. And if it works, we'll probably adapt it in the other area as well. How are we getting on? You see, it's not making them quickly enough. 53%, 54%. Might not actually improve things, to be fair. Bit faster. It takes roughly 4 stacks to fully infuse a single block, and what you end up with is whatever it says on the thing. I don't know what the actual, how infusing that will actually affect it in the, in real terms, but it will affect it, if you see what I mean. Right then, so I need that. I will need a lever. So what I'm going to do before I go any further, I will go and get my armour repaired. It's getting a bit sort of squished looking. Yes, I'm going for supremium armour. Yes, I'll do it soon. No, I don't really care. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. while I think about it, I'm going to go... 2 more of those. I want... no, it's not that. It's 2, 3, 4, 7, 6, 8. Yeah, that sounds right. We should have enough of that. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All I need at the moment. And if we go down here, yeah, it won't infuse it if you've got a stack in there, sadly. No, it's really sad. I'm just going to place that down in the world so I can tell what's going on in there next. Right, just looking at it, is there anything else I need in it? I suppose a stack of shards would help. So basically what I would want is hostile damage, cannot pass and gets damage, actually this can pass but gets damage, so that's all I really want then. I suppose it would be a good way of doing it, put a shield across the door into the pit at the bottom, that would be hostile, no, you know, damage, solid damage, that's the word I'm looking for. Right, so, yeah, so... yeah, we'll take a stack of that with us as well. Right, so what did I say? I needed a lever. Levisky, right. I've got the little... that thing, which is what I need to make it. There isn't anything I can produce to stop them spawning, as far as I know, because they're particularly the blazes, they spawn in all so really all I really want to do is go and get my armour, and I'm ready. Well, I would be, but my helmet's vanished. Bit sort of concerning. Look where it went. I put it in, I think. I'm fairly certain I put it in. Not in there. Not in there. Oh, where the hell's it gone then? I suppose it could conceive... yeah, it's got into there. I'm going to take these out and use the other type of pipes, because these do not seem to work the way I want them to. Definitely things getting through, because the filter's not in it. The filter's not in that one. I don't know where the filter's gone. I made filters for them. Oh well. We'll have to live without filters in there for now. We have that. Oh, I know what we need. We need a power plug. We might have a spare one. We do. We'll craft another one up. Not that I need it at the moment, but I will need it eventually, so yeah. Oh, yeah, the last thing I wanted. I want some more vector plates. I've got some here somewhere. And we will actually take a stack of that, what I meant to take before, but didn't. Psychotic wee buggers, aren't they? Right, let's go upstairs. let's get the cat out so we can see see what's going on around us. Become annoying after a while. So, oh, we got the height right. Excellent. We might actually need to. We might need to make a tier 2, to be honest. So we need one more to make the edges of what we're doing. It needs to. So if I put the, for sake of argument, I put the shield generator here, I need a block between this and the shield generator to, you know, to connect the two bits together. And this thing might not. This thing might be bigger than 8 by 8. To be honest, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 3. Well, plus 1 are 6 plus 1. It's not 8 by 8. It's 13 by 13. So yeah, I'm going to need the tier 2 shield. No, it's not going to work. Right, fair enough. It's going to die again. I don't believe this. That's the second time that's happened now. I'm just stupid, I think. I mean, seriously. I've done the same thing again. And I have no excuses. I just need to not have the... I need to have the sheep in my bag. I keep forgetting to do it. Sorry, my bag, my hotbar. Now I'm going to get struck by lightning or something, probably, aren't I? Right. Break that string. Place that bag. Break that bag. Oh, dear. Itchy nose. Sheep, cow. At very minimum, I need those 4. Sheep for full damage, that let me climb, that lets me see in the dark, that stops with the effect. But I think, to be fair, I'm going to do this in peaceful mode. Because this is getting ridiculous. I mean, this is what's the second, third, fourth time I've died in the last 3 or 4 episodes. I'm going to need a shield tier 2. Right. Maybe I shouldn't do it, but hell, I'm sick of dying. So we will just remove mobs. It makes it much easier. Right. Right. So I'm not having anything spawning behind there, so I don't need to. I can change all of these things so they're a bit more logical. I will want that out. Where's my spider? What did I do with the spider? Oh, it's there. Right. The other thing I want to do then is... That was it. I want to get a moving one down. I'm going to move that to there. That makes sense, I think. So I'm probably going to regret this, but I didn't. So that's alright. Well, I tried to do that. You know, I had the industrial... I think they were called industrial something or others in. And I didn't do that with them. Sorry, I did that with them. And they killed it. Game died. I'm not going to put a layer all the way up to the roof. So I've got nothing in here that's only one high, so... If I had spiders in here, I'd probably want it on the roof as well. But, yeah. I only really need it that height. Did we bring the builder? We didn't. Bugger. Oh, well. If I was doing it right, yeah, what I'd do is I'd make the floor out of this stuff as well. Yeah, and then drops that these thing causes would just fall on the floor. So I wouldn't even need conveyor belts, really. Well, I mean, I would, but not in this room, if you see what I mean. They would be in the rest of it somewhere. Just going to get rid of that. Well, get rid of both of those, to be fair. I don't need to know where I died once I've been there. It'd be nice. It wasn't Journey Map. It was one of the other mini-map mods that had Journey Map-like features. Implemented the idea, so once you'd been to your death point, the death point was removed from your thing, which was... in one respect, it was quite a good idea, because it meant that you... didn't have to faff around doing it yourself, but at the same time it was a bad idea because of course it meant that you would forget where you died. If you you'd go to it, not be able to pick your corpse up. The next time you wanted to get there, you couldn't. Oh, on the stacks, that's not awful, but not great. So, I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring those up here, but maybe not. For now, I'm just going to do that so I can't fall down. What am I saying? This is me we're talking about, isn't it? I'm going to do that so I can fall down and then not be able to get out. Right, let's get those. I'm glad, really and truly glad that I put the I made a magnet. It does make life a lot easier. Set warp temp. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What's that button? F11 I want. Right, home. We're going to get another 256 of them. Come on. Oliver. What are they called? Shield template. There we go, another 256, and I want to make a crafting one, but well, we might as well just shove that in there, make a tier 2, and it'll use that one up. Whether or not it will it didn't, because, and I can understand why it didn't do it, that is not one of those, because it's been infused. Right, so what we need to do is go downstairs, and that's a shield 2, that's a shield 2, there we go, we'll put that in there. Oh, that's a little point. If we duck up shield 2 and do that 100% one. Oh my gosh! It will actually make 100% shield. Cool. I'll have to remember that in future. Right, so if we do... No, not that. F11 temp. Wherever a temp is, there it is. There. Didn't we do that already? I think it's because we've changed places, but different. Yeah, these things appearing like they're not in the dark apparently is a graphical bug. I don't know where else I read that. Oh, I know. I saw somebody else who probably knows far more about Minecraft than I do playing Minecraft. I just make it up as I go along, to be fair. I know nothing about anything. It's a well-known fact. You know what else I should have got while I was in the overworld? I should have got the builder thing. It's not too bad, but it does take a bit longer than I would have liked. What with it being over an hour into the episode. Well, yeah, basically I've been, as you saw, I've started building a spawning system, or a spawning area to put a spawning system in the overworld. And I was going to use it as a, not so much to make things spawn, or spawn things, you know, like I'm doing here, but more so that the, you know, I could have an area in the overworld that was just for spawning things and stuff. And I've sort of got to the point where I'm thinking, well, why don't I use this area? Because this area is like, it's a world specifically for building stuff to spawn stuff in. Yeah, nothing else. It's not. It does have no other purpose. So it would be sensible to, well, not move. You know. Question: am I going to have enough blocks? Yeah. So it would be sensible to do that here rather than faffing around with it in the overworld. Am I going to have enough blocks? Yes. Am I going to be able to get out the door? Not a chance. The other thing I've got to think about is where am I going to put the actual thing for it. I think I'm going to put it up there. In fact, no, I think I'm going to put it up there. Because that will be in the middle. But also not... Right, that is a tier 1. That is a tier 2. That's what we want then. Alright, so this is how you do it. You put that in like that. That in like that. And then you get stuck on the doorway because the doorway's in the wrong place. It should be a case of... We've got 15 left out of 512. Yeah, there we go. So, to make that work, we want to put... I don't know. I'm going to put one there. I'll get the lever. It needs a lever on it to turn it on. No, to be fair, it needs a lever on it to turn it off. Because generally you set the redstone signal, so you set it to off to activate, so that if something takes the lever out, yeah, it will still work. We also want to pick that up because it does not do what we want at all. Which is sad because it was a good idea, just functionality is lacking. Okay, where is... No, I didn't do that, did I? I just did that. I did. Oh, I didn't. I thought it was... I did that, and I you know, I sort of... It lagged a bit, and I thought, oh, that's all right then. And then I thought, oh hell, it's... Oh. I've got an extra lever for some reason. I don't know where that extra lever came from. I still need to put the vector plates down. I need to put that into it. I think those get absorbed, you know, used up, but I could not swear to it. Right, for now we're going to use the quarry power, I think. Actually we're not, we're going to use the other one. That one. It's got the same amount of power coming up, and it's got 48 million RF backing it up, sort of thing. But I rather like the idea of quarry power. Right, so that's that way, and then the rest of them just do there. Tell you what I do want to do though. There's a good point. I need to make I've got to have these on the top of here. I'm not going to have these on top of that. I don't know why they won't fit. I don't know. Well, yes, this is true, and this is a good fact, good point even. Perhaps you would like to say, but I didn't know that was the case. So what I want is to do that. Okay, that is interesting, that, because in the old days, when all this were fields, you could. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do the other ones from that side. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Oh, we haven't even filled that one in already. Oh, that's good. Yeah, in the old days, the you could place blocks down inside the shield even when it wasn't activated. And then use them when when the shield was actually activated. It would just ignore the block. Apparently that has changed, which is of no real interest to me. Okay, so we go back up there. We will redo that. Well, I'll show you the shield itself. I'm gonna start this. We don't want invisible. Default shield texture would be nice. We will make it. We got a yellow. Yes, we've got a yellow. Redstone to activate. So it should be on now. That's why it was there. Oh. I think we might need to toggle the thing. Yep, there we go. That is the shield. Doesn't do anything to me, no. But any mobs spawning in that will take damage. Ah, now that is a good question, actually. If there's mobs, will they actually spawn in that? Well. Yes, is the answer. They will. Will they take any damage? No, because I haven't set it up yet. All pass, there we go. No. What we want to do is change that to hostile. Solid, no, just damage. Yep. Add. And then... no, we want to do player. Pass. I think that's all we need, and then we'll just toggle it on and off. Wow. That is pretty cool, actually, isn't it? I still need to go and put all those in. I'm not going to be able to do that, am I? Oh, maybe. I can place them below me. Right, let's go into the here. If we can get into there, but she's by no means certain. I'm going to turn the mobs off. Turn that shield off. That's better. Pardon me. Right. By the looks of it, I'm going to have to make the tube that they fall down in solid as well, which is a bit annoying. Right. Upstairs, turn that on. Downstairs. Change the difficulty back to 2 and see how we get on. There's a couple of things I'm trying to find out. Basically, I'm trying to find out if I'm going to get more of the slabs which I've left behind. You notice that the blazes are going straight down the hole and not sitting there trying to shoot me full of stuff. I assume it's because there's so many blocks between where they spawn and me they don't feel the urge to do so. Oh, I haven't finished putting the blocks in, have I? There's some more there to do. Right. I was going to say, they don't seem terribly interested in filling me full of burning balls of fire anyway, but then they started shooting me. Ah, you bloody stop doing that, you stupid machine! Made my life flash between my eyes. If I pull my mouse down quickly, sometimes it goes off the bottom of the play screen and makes it feel like right, let's just do that and get rid of some of the junk. What I don't think I need at the moment. Might need that. We'll keep it for now. We certainly don't need that though. Right, what I want to do then is pop that into my bag, and that can go into my bag, that can go into my bag. That can go into there. Yeah, that's a better looking one, isn't it? Well, you can place them down below you. I will do that. I thought I'd be alright, but I wasn't. Yeah, I'm well happy with that little oh, wrong hole. Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Said the three little pigs. Well, the big fat one pig. Right, let's go downstairs. Wow. That is an amazingly large amount of XP. Considering how much we normally end up with, like, none. However, I do notice it's not going to... Oh, there we go. I was going to say it's not actually going into my XP thingy. We've got one blaze rod. We've got 12 with the skeleton skulls. Hurrah! We can make what we want. Right. I'm going to have to find a better way of killing blazes, because they are not working the way I would expect them to work. But that will be in my next episode, which will be later on. So I'm going to go and do some other stuff for a bit, because I've been playing this all morning. And I've been up since 4, so yeah, it's quite a lot of playing. Right, let's just dump this junk. Next episode, I will be in Montreal. No, wait, I won't be. Next episode, I will be playing Minecraft. This episode, I'll scratch my nose for a bit. In the next episode, hour and a half this episode, it's too long. Right, in the next episode, very quickly, I will be killing withers. I will kill 4 withers. And an ender dragon, possibly. We'll see about the ender dragon. Until that point, however, cheerio.